This is a special presentation of Alamogordo Tiger Sports on Southern New Mexico's sports leader, ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
Welcome to Lovington here on this Friday. It's your Alamogordo Racers in Lovington at face-off in about 15 minutes. We are again going to start a little bit early with JV having a running clock. Looks like we're scheduled for about a 6:20 tip-off tonight. So I don't think I was talking about Tuesday how unusual that was for 2 games in a row for something like that to happen. Credit to the Alamogordo JV. They've played really well here these last couple of weeks. Or I should say this week they've played well. And last night they played well. They were up at the Mountaintop tournament last night and beat Mountain Air. So clearly that group is playing well. And there's a few guys that float between varsity and the JV side, guys like Brett George and Jeremiah V. Hill. And that's about it this year. Last year it was it was almost the whole group that was up and down between those two. All right, as for the varsity matchup, which is coming up next, both teams are warming up. We've got a little bit different viewpoint tonight with the press boxes here on the baseline instead of usually sitting on the sidelines in some places. So I'll do my best to try and paint it from the sideline for you guys as best as I can. But beautiful gym and facility here at Lovington High School. Lovington rocks the candy stripe warm-up pants, which you see a few teams around the state do. Of course, theirs are blues or white. Their colors got their warm-up stuff, just usually wear their shorts out there. And they're on the far side of the court. Lovington's just below us here on the near side as we're sitting along the baseline. But expecting, I think, a good matchup tonight between the Tigers and the Wildcats. Last year, the Lovington Wildcats came in and beat the Tigers when they played in Alamogordo. But obviously a different Alamogordo team this year. Lovington's gotten off to a solid start. They're 3-1. They went to the Denver City Tamale Shootout, which was just on the other side of the border in Texas, and won games against Presidio and Seagraves and Denver City. Lost, which I assume would be the championship game, against Levelland, and that was their last game about a week ago. Last Saturday is the last time that they played. Tigers have had a couple of days off after their win over Chaparral, so I'm sure fatigue or anything isn't going to be that big of an issue. Only thing maybe, the long bus ride. But I think it shouldn't be too big of an issue. All right, so both teams are on the floor warming up. We're likely to get a little bit of an early start time again, just like on Tuesday. The Tigers and the Wildcats coming up. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
When you think of all the things water wets, how clean your water is as important as it gets. A Culligan water system can help filter stuff out. So cleaner Culligan water is what comes out the spout. Into the pots you boil peas in, the teacup you're teasing, the lemonade you homemade when it's homemade lemonade season, the soup you serve guests, the bowls for your pets, and all the other wonderful things water wets. You could give your people Culligan water.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Fall is here and winter is creeping up on us fast. This is Brandon with Desert Sun Toyota, and the prices are falling on all new 2019s in stock. I invite you down to Desert Sun Toyota today. Take advantage of some of the biggest savings of the year, like the new 2019 Camrys with $2,500 cash back, or the new 2019 4Runners with $1,250 cash back, or payments as low as $349 a month. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, come see why Toyota is ranked #1 in retail sales in the U.S. Desert Sun Toyota's Used Car Supercenter is expanding with our new value-priced vehicle lineup, like a 2010 Buick Enclave SUV priced at only $7,400. If you're in the market for a truck, SUV, or car, Desert Sun Toyota has what you're looking for. Our staff is here with experience, knowledge, and the best customer service to make your vehicle purchase the best. Come see why Desert Sun is voted #1 auto dealer in Otero County year after year. Visit us at DesertSunToyota.com for 3333 North White Sands Boulevard.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, and welcome back here to Lovington. Friday night basketball, the Tigers and the Wildcats. It's been about 3 months since Alamogordo Sports was here in Lovington. The Tigers football team played that rain-shortened game, and you've got, I think J.P. Madden's the only one from that football team that's with the basketball group this year. I know Adrian Herrera played early in the season, but wasn't with him as the entire year. And so it seemed with Clavon Spencer, but they weren't there the entire run of the season. So, but certainly lots of back some memories rolling in here right before tonight's game. Let's talk about the Tigers' win on Tuesday night, 68-27. No issues with Chaparral. I thought the Lobos gave the Tigers a pretty good game in the first half. I mean, it was a 14-point difference. They'd got it down to single digits at one point there in the first half, but the Tigers' defense shut them down in the second half. Chaparral scored 9 points in the second half, and the Tigers stayed on about the same clip that they scored in the first half. They outscored them 36-9 overall. Chaparral scored 3 points in the fourth quarter. Just not a very good day offensively for them. I wouldn't say it was the Tigers were really, rolling in what they were doing, but defensively they were causing problems for the Lobos. Offensively, I thought the Tigers, did well. The thing that I like the most in the second half is the Tigers in the free throw line a lot. And I think that's where they can really excel this season because they have so many really good free throw shooters that if they can draw the contact and get to the stripe, it really makes a big difference for them and their ability to go out there and win some basketball games this year. So that, to me, I think was the thing that stood out. From the field, they shot pretty well, but they shot, again, really solid from the free throw line. This is a team that can shoot 70, 75%. And if they're shooting, 30 free throws or something along those lines, boy, that's going to be a huge difference for them in any game that they play. And I think they shot 25 the other night. I'll have to run up the full tally of what they did against Chaparral, but I think that's a big key for them this year. And also the ability to maybe get the other team into some foul trouble and just create in some way, get down in the post and driving to the basket is where they seem to have a lot of success. I didn't know why Chaparral dropped out of the zone defense that they were playing in the first half because it really was giving Alamo a little bit of trouble. I mean, Alamo scored 32 points in the first half. It wasn't bad. They about scored the same amount they did in the first half and the second half. But I think from what I've seen this year, if Alamo is a good jump shooting team, but that's probably, as a defense or as an opposing coach, you look at them and say, if we can push them into that, that's probably the direction that you'd like to go, because once they've got, I'd say, 5 or 6 guys that really can drive to the basket and finish really well for the Tigers, and that's seemed to be their strength early in the season. But they've also got a lot of guys that can shoot the basketball well, especially from beyond the arc, and also the ability for them to go 8-9 deep, and you figure there were again 9 guys that got on the score sheet the other nights, and all 3 points or more. So it's not just somebody getting a free throw here or there. I mean, everybody seeming to give something to this basketball team and contribute, and that'll continue to be a big strength of the Tigers this year, because we've seen guys that have had big games throughout the year. Maybe they don't the next one, and somebody else fills in the spot, and somebody's able to make up for missing out on not having as much of an output in that given night, and that's pretty cool to see if you're a Tiger basketball fan. The Tigers are about to actually, we've already head back to the locker room, so they're about ready to come back out, and we should be ready for tip-off here in about 5 minutes. So we'll take a break. We'll talk a little bit about this Lovington team. We already told you who they've played so far this year, but they're a pretty senior-heavy group. They don't have a ton of size, and they're a little bit smaller than they were last year. And another game that I'm interested to see what the difference is between last year and this year. I was completely off the mark with Capital, but with some other teams that you've seen the improvement that the Tigers have made, and this is another game that you look at and you wonder how much improvement, how much better are the Tigers. And Lovington also graduated some key guys from last year, so where are they at? Have they improved? Are they a little bit back from what they were last season? So looks like Lovington's ready to come out on the floor as well, so we should be ready for starting lineups and national anthem and all that stuff coming up here in a little while. So we'll take a break. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on ESPN Alamogordo.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle. Outfitters are champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Join OFCU as they introduce the latest and greatest in banking technology, the ITMs. ITMs, or interactive teller machines, are sleek in design and easy to use. Simply drive up and touch the screen to connect you with a live teller who will help you with your daily transactions. Live tellers are available Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday 9 to 1. OFCU's ITM, your taste of the future. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Vision Ford Lincoln is proud to be a supporter of the Alamogordo Tigers. From the classroom to the playing field, we're behind the youth of our community. Check out our amazing deals right now on the Ford F-150, America's best-selling truck for over 40 years. Or take a test drive in a brand new Ford Mustang. Stop in today and let our friendly sales team help find the right vehicle for your lifestyle and budget. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands Boulevard. Yes, we can. And go Tigers!
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back to Lovington High School. The Tigers and the Wildcats almost ready to tip this one off. The Tigers have their warm-up shirts off and are in their black road jerseys with the gold numerals. Lovington in their home white jerseys with the blue numerals. And Lovington on the front. Tigers says Alamogordo across the front. And Coach Voigt and the rest of the coaching staff starts clapping. And the team comes to the bench. And they're going to get ready for this evening's tip-off. Tigers, of course, with second-year coach James Voigt. The Wildcats with a new coach this year as Casey Pack has taken over here for the Wildcats, and he's beckoning his team over to his bench. And I assume we're going to have lineups and a national anthem, but I will hold off and wait and see. If we do get into that, we'll fit in a quick commercial break and then run right back into this matchup. If not, then we're going to keep it right here and stay for tip-off as the Tigers and the Wildcats. Again, we're getting going a little bit early tonight because JV had a running clock. There was no C-Team tonight. C-Team's actually playing back at the Mountaintop tournament tonight, which, by the way, Cloudcroft girls probably playing right about now. The Mescalero girls, they might be finishing up here sometime soon in their matchup. And Mescalero boys, Cloudcroft boys also playing tonight, Tularosa boys, all with matchups at their respective tournaments. Essentially 5 tournaments, but it's really 3 tournaments that are in just the short area. I know the officiating crew is a really really busy group in Otero County, the folks that have come in and worked all those 3 tournaments, so we appreciate them. Got a 3-man crew for this one, and a little bit of conversation with the coaches and the officials at the moment. Still haven't seen whether we're going to get into any starting lineups or anything quite yet. I'm actually looking around for somebody who's the PA group. Actually, I think they might be right here next to me, the PA, up here in the press box. So I don't know if they're about to do that or if we are going to go ahead and get this one started. So that looks like I hear a microphone. So we'll go ahead and fit in a commercial break, and we'll come back with tip-off, the Tigers and the Lovington Wildcats, coming up here on ESPN Alamogordo.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow and no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Whether you bath in the bathtub or bath in the sink, soft water's the water your skin wants to drink. See, when you're washing in hard water, skin can dry out more. Soft Culligan water's what your skin's crying out for. A Culligan water softener helps take out the hard stuff, like calcium, magnesium, and other stuff that can make skin rough. Because your skin is important, whether you're a baby or bald. That's why we say get a Culligan water softener installed.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Join OFCU as they introduce the latest and greatest in banking technology, the ITM. ITMs, or interactive teller machines, are sleek in design and easy to use. Simply drive up and touch the screen to connect you with a live teller who will help you with your daily transactions. Live tellers are available Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday 9 to 1. OFCU's ITM, your taste of the future. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Vision Ford Lincoln is proud to be a supporter of the Alamogordo Tigers. From the classroom to the playing field, we're behind the youth of our community. Check out our amazing deals right now on the Ford F-150, America's best-selling truck for over 40 years. Or take a test drive in a brand new Ford Mustang. Stop in today and let our friendly sales team help find the right vehicle for your lifestyle and budget. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands Boulevard. Yes, we can. And go Tigers!
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
Welcome back. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, the Lovington Wildcats and the Alamogordo Tigers. The Tigers going with Grayson Kaler, Yvonne Bernal, Grayson Guerra, Harlan Gilbert, and looks like Gabriel Marquez getting the start for the Tigers tonight. And it's Kobe Salcido, a 6'5 senior, getting the start for the Wildcats. Jared Jeffries, a 6'1 junior. Kobe Sandoval, a 5'10 junior. Number 10, Chris Perez, is a 5'10 senior. And number 5 is Isaac Hinson. He is a 6-foot sophomore. All right, we're about ready for the tip. They had to get the official scorebook back to the scorer's table. And we should be about ready to get this one underway. Tigers will go from left to right, and the Tigers will go from right to left. Actually, Tigers will go from left to right. Wildcats will go from right to left. You'll have to bear with me. We're sitting here in the baseline, so I'm trying to get it right. A little bit easier for you guys to listen to. Ball is tipped and controlled in the backcourt for Lovington, and they'll bring it across the timeline. Chris Perez has it. Perez dribbles to the right wing. Now out at the top of the key is Sandoval. Back in the hands of, in the corner, that is Henson. Takes it out and then dumps it right back. A lot of in here. Man-to-man defense for the Tigers, and so far they haven't allowed an easy shot here. Driving left in the lane, kicking out to the corner. Three from the corner is up. It is no good. Rebound being fought for inside. Goes out of bounds, and it will stay with the Wildcats. Henson missed on the three, and it'll be a baseline right of the basket. And inbound stolen away by Yvonne Bernal. Bernal races the other way, all the way to the basket. Layup attempt is no good. And it'll be a blocking foul on Kobe Salcido as he was running shoulder to shoulder with the Tiger player, and Bernal just raised up and initiated the contact. And it'll be 2 free throws for Yvonne Bernal off of the steal on the inbounds. All right, there was a question on the foul call. Seems like that's cleared up. And it'll be Bernal to the line for a couple for the Tigers. He's been a strong free throw shooter for the Tigers all season long. And I didn't jinx him on the first one as he gets the Tigers on the board. 7:26 to go first quarter, and Bernal will shoot another. And he hits both. So Bernal makes both, and the Wildcats quickly push it up the floor behind the back dribble and across the timeline with it. And a corner three on the way. That's good. Kobe Sandoval knocks down the triple from the right corner. Tigers take the inbounds. A lot of pressure, and a ball that's going to go out of bounds as Harlan Gilbert throws it away. It's something the Tigers had some trouble with against Capital. It was a team that really pressured them. We'll see how the Tigers handle it tonight against the Wildcats. It's just one turnover. And the ball comes out near midcourt in the hands of Perez. Perez dribbles with Guetta guarding him. Bounce pass, and Gilbert going to step in front, steal that one away. Come to the middle of the floor to Guetta. He almost had the ball knocked away, but he finds Bernal. Gilbert in the left corner will dribble now out between the circles, and he'll set up the offense. Gets a screen out top from Bernal. Bernal, little ball fake. Bernal drives the basket, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Yvonne Bernal inside. Drawing the charge was Chris Perez. 6:46 to go in the first quarter. It's Lovington 3, Alamogordo 2. The first foul on Bernal, first team foul on the Tigers. Alamo with some man-to-man pressure in the backcourt. And Perez with a good crossover move coming up the floor. Comes all the way to the right wing, and they're going to call a carry on Perez. So it'll be the Tigers basketball. Bernal to inbound to Gilbert, and Gilbert will walk it across midcourt. Gilbert dribbles over the left wing, bounce pass top of the key. Kaler looking to drive. Kaler going to travel. Now, he got double teamed as he started driving left of the lane, and was trying to carry it like a football and took an extra step, unfortunately. And it'll come back over to Lovington. Some teams with some turnovers here early. Coming up the floor to the top of the key. Ball comes out to the corner. 3 on the way. And another one is good from Kobe Sandoval. And the Tigers looking to inbound, get it into Gilbert. Gilbert, bounce pass to Guetta, then back to Harlan. Ball still in the backcourt, but Harlan will get it across the, still hasn't brought it across the timeline. Now he does. Wildcats, it looked like they were going to trap as he came across half court, but backed off of it. Right wing, Guetta holds on to it. Top of the key to Gilbert. Inside they go to Kaler. Kaler, a little fade away from the baseline, no good. Rebound tipped, and it's controlled by Salcido. And pushing up the floor with it comes Perez. Perez kicks out to the corner, and they're going to give another 3. That one no good. Now a rebound for the basketball, and they're going to call a tie-up between Henson and Kaler on the rebound try. Kaler will, I believe he's coming out. Yeah, he'll come out for Spencer. So he'll come out of the game. 6-2, Tigers trail. That was another 3-shot from Kobe Sandoval there, but that time he doesn't make it. And inbounds goes to Harlan Gilbert. Tigers being very patient in the backcourt, and Gilbert's able to get past his man. Good dish to Spencer, and he kicks it out to the corner to Marquez. I'm not sure why Clavon just didn't go to the basket with that. He had a pretty open run there. All the way to the basket. A layup attempt is no good from Chris Perez, and he'll get 2 free throws. So a missed opportunity on one end for the Tigers, and the Wildcats draw the foul on the other end. So far, the Wildcats the tempo has been up, and they've had the better end of it for the first 2 minutes and 40 seconds of this matchup. Perez will miss on the first. See Adrian Herrera into the game as Gabriel Marquez comes out. And the Tigers have got some shot attempts. That turnovers haven't been the problem here earlier. They just, unfortunately, Lovington's knocked down a couple of threes here early. That's put Alamo behind. Perez makes the second, and it's a 7-2 lead. Again, full court pressure look from the Wildcats. Inbounds goes to Gilbert. Gilbert going to push it up the far sideline, tries to split a couple of defenders. Ball was knocked away, but Bernal was able to get it, and he dribbles at the left wing. 5:10 to go. Bounce pass goes to Herrera. Herrera drives the lane, kicks it out to the corner. Gilbert gets a wide open look at 3, misses it short, and the rebound is pulled in by Lovington. Julian Fuentes comes up the floor. He just checked into the game for the Wildcats. He's going to get stopped up top by Gilbert. Ball comes loose, and Gilbert is going to be fouled as he dives for the basketball. And it'll be Tiger basketball with 4:54 to go here in the first quarter. Foul called on Julian Fuentes. Herrera to inbound for the Tigers. Gets it into Gilbert. No pressure off the sideline inbounds, and Harlan will walk it across the timeline. Dribble to the top of the key. Gets off a screen from Bernal. Now picks up his dribble. Gives it to Guetta. Bounce pass goes inside to Bernal. Then back outside to Grayson. And back to Bernal. Bernal trying to post his way in. Nice little spin move. Kicks it out to Herrera. Herrera will drive to the basket, and a nice floater off the glass as he drives baseline and lays it in. The Tigers trail 7-4, 4:23 to go in the first. Double team at the near sideline, and they're going to call a foul on the Tigers. Gilbert and Herrera were double teaming Fuentes, and they'll call Adrian Herrera on his first, the third team foul on the Tigers. Inbounds, Bernal is going to slip away easily. Bernal gets to the bucket on the other end and lays it in. Yvonne Bernal with 4 here early, and the Tigers have cut it to a 7-6 game. And now inbounds goes to Malachi Gonzalez, who just checked in, and then we're going to get a tie-up of bodies over on the corner, and they're going to call the foul on Yvonne Bernal. That's 2 on Bernal, and that's a hurt for the Tigers, but you bring in Scott Mullen, who brings in a 3-point threat for the Tigers. Coming up the floor with it is Gonzalez. Kicks it out to the corner. Holding it over his head is Fuentes. Fuentes now dribbles to the top of the key, trying to go inside, but unable to do so. They get it to the right wing. 3 is no good, and the rebound is pulled in by Spencer. Spencer will hand it off to Gilbert, and Gilbert will race up the far sideline. Across the timeline to the top of the key. He'll give it off to Herrera at the right wing. Herrera top of the key. Now to Spencer, who's driving right of the lane. Spencer, there's a lot of contact. They didn't call a charge. They didn't call a block, and the shot is no good, and Lovington has it the other way. 3:25 to go. It's Gonzalez handing it off up at the top of the key, and Brendan White's going to turn it over. Guetta bounce pass up ahead to Herrera. Herrera takes 2 long steps and stretches to the basket, and the Tigers have taken the lead 8-7. 3:10 to go in the first. Coming all the way into the lane. Ball is tipped around. Loose ball ends up coming to a Wildcat shot. No good from White. And the Wildcats get another rebound. They'll reset it outside. Out at the top of the key, then to the corner. 3 on the way, and that one's good from Julian Fuentes. So 3 three-pointers early in this game for the Wildcats. Have them in front 10-8. Here's Herrera to the top of the key. Herrera all the way to the basket. Herrera layup attempt, no good. Made a wonderful crossover move to get past one defender, but he couldn't finish as he got to the basket. Here's a shot inside. They're going to call a charging foul, I believe, on the Wildcats. They will. I saw the Tiger bench jump up and clap. It's kind of hard to see directly underneath the basket here. But the Tigers do draw the charge, and that'll be the second foul on Julian Fuentes. Third team foul on Lovington. 2:39 to go in the first, and Alamogordo trails 10-8. Inbounds goes to Harlan Gilbert, and Gilbert will dribble with in the backcourt. They've back with a really heavy pressure here early, and Gilbert able to bring it across the timeline pretty easily. Top of the key, almost lost the handle on it. Now picks it up, and it's going to be a travel on Gabriel Marquez. Pass ended up in his body, and he couldn't gather it in. Awkward possession for the Tigers. Harlan got caught inside the three-point line and was barely holding his pivot foot and just had to get rid of it, and that's what led to the travel with Marquez. 2:18 to go in the first, and coming across midcourt and driving to the lane, kick out to the corner into the hands of Hinson, and they work it around the horn. They try to go inside to Salcido. Ball knocked away, and Mullen tries to go up ahead to Herrera. What a nice over-the-shoulder pass to Herrera, who lays it up and in. Adrian's got 6 here in the first quarter, and the Tigers tied up at 10. Ball comes to Salcido at the midcourt line, and Spencer reaches in. And that's 2 on Clavon Spencer. So 2 on Spencer and 2 on the Tigers' Yvonne Bernal. Here's a steal by Harlan Gilbert. Let's see if he's going to be able to get to it. Gilbert able to, on the floor, pass it to Gabriel. There should have been a foul on the Lovington player. He dove for the basketball and cleared out Harlan Gilbert, but Harlan was able to gather it in and give it off to Marquez. Tigers lead 12-10. Really fast pace in this game. Brennan White with it, driving from the right wing, now to the top of the key, and he's going to have the ball deflected away. Clavon Spencer goes to the middle of the floor to Herrera. Herrera tried to get it to Mullen, but that one was off the mark, or actually I should say stepping in front of it, stealing it was Perez. Into the front court with it is Hinson, now back to Perez between the circles. The three-point shot has really brought Lovington alive in this game. That's all their field goals here early. Bounce pass inside is tipped away from Spencer. Now Salcido into the lane. He's going to be fouled. And I don't know if that's Clavon. If it is, it's his third. If it's Herrera, it's his second. And it's going to be on Spencer, so he'll pick up his third foul in the first quarter. And the 16th foul, and already Lovington's going to be in the bonus. Salcido to the stripe, and the Rippin puts it up, and he battles home the first. So Spencer will have to come out here. He'll probably have to sit the rest of the first half, and Grayson Kaler returns to the game for the Tigers. 1:01 to go in the first, and another free throw for Kobe Salcido to try and tie this up for the Wildcats. Alamo leading 12-11. The free throw up, and it's good. A little more pressure on the inbounds again here from the Wildcats. And they'll back off, just kind of token, as Gilbert will be guarded by Perez. They'll bring it across the timeline. Gilbert to the top of the key, gives it off to Mullen. Mullen kicks it out to the corner. Kaler looks to drive baseline. Kaler all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. His defender kind of cheated in one direction and allowed just a wide open run to the basket for Grayson Kaler. 4 seconds remaining. Cross midcourt with it is Perez. Perez will dish it off. A 3 on the way from the left wing is good. Jared Jeffrey knocks down another triple for Lovington, and it's 15-14. Tigers a little bit of trouble on the inbounds, but they get it to Gilbert, and now the Lovington defense will back off. 20 seconds left, and the Tigers will hold for a final shot, I'm sure. They try to come out and double team Kaler at the left wing. Now top of the key, it's Gilbert. 11 seconds left. They give it to Marquez. Marquez looking to penetrate. Marquez into the lane, tried to pass it out to the corner. It's stolen away. 5 seconds left, and up the floor with it. Nearly losing the handle. Perez near midcourt. 1 second left. They're not going to get a shot off, and that's one. 15-14, the Lovington Wildcats lead the Alamogordo Tigers. 4 3-pointers in that first quarter. The difference for the Wildcats, and we'll take a break. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
When you think of all the things water wets, how clean your water is as important as it gets. A Culligan water system can help filter stuff out. So cleaner Culligan water is what comes out the spout. Into the pots you boil peas in, the teacup you're teasing, the lemonade you homemade when it's homemade lemonade season, the soup you serve guests, the bowls for your pets, and all the other wonderful things water wets. You could give your people Culligan water.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. The Tigers trailing 15-14, and Lovington will have the basketball to begin the quarter. Perez top of the key. Tigers down 15-14. Ball goes out to the corner. Perez fires a three. This one no good. Rebound is tipped and controlled by the Wildcats and Isaac Hinson. They work it around. Three from the corner again. This one no good. Inside, though, Salcido able to grab the rebound, and he lays it up and in. He's got four. And the Tigers trail 17-14. Tigers will bring it into the front court, trailing by three. Gilbert gets a screen from Mullen up top. Dribbling at the right wing, top of the key, gives it off. Marquez, Mullen trying to post up inside, and there's going to be a traveling violation on Herrera. He caught it and then took a little hop step to his left, and he turns it over. Now, offensive rebounding has certainly been a key in this one. Lovington knocking them down, or grabbing those offensive boards, but they're also coming away with some big three-point shots. Driving the lane is Perez. He gets cut off, kicks it out to the corner. Hinson fires a three, and it's another one that's good. 5 threes, and the Tigers are trailing by 6, 20-14, 7:05 to go into the second quarter with Alamogordo down by 6. We'll take a break as well. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. The Tigers with the ball down by 6, 7:01 to go in the second quarter. And Gilbert will drill it all the way to the right side, across the timeline. Has the ball between the circles. Man-to-man defense for the Wildcats. Mullen going to fire up a left wing three. That's no good. Rebound is grabbed by Gilbert inside. Gilbert double clutches and gets the lay-in. Talking about the offensive boards for the Wildcats, there's one for the Tigers as Harlan Gilbert gets his first points. Brett George has come into the game for Alamogordo. Hinson has it in the corner. Now comes all the way out top to the left wing and looking to drive baseline. Dish to Kobe Salcido. Salcido has the ball knocked away, and Herrera comes away with it. Herrera pushes the floor. Herrera up ahead to Mullen. Mullen all the way to the basket, and he lays it up and in. 4 quick points from the Tigers, and Alamogordo's cut it to a 20-18 difference. Perez pushes up the near sideline, then curls around out between the circles. Perez still with the basketball, goes to the corner. Hinson fires another three. That one no good. Tigers pull it down, but the ball stolen away. The layup attempt no good after the Wildcats had stolen it. Salcido caught underneath the basket, unable to make the layup go. Ball rebound tipped around, and the Wildcats come away with it. And it's Sandoval. Now a three on the way from Perez is no good, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound as Salcido came into the back of one of the Tigers. And it'll be Alamogordo basketball with 5:50 to go in the second. So the Tigers will inbound here, trailing by 2, as Mullen gives it to Gilbert. Not as heavy pressure as we saw early in the first quarter, and Harlan will have no trouble coming across midcourt. Perez just kind of sticking with him. Right wing, they give it to Mullen. Now it's Herrera. Herrera, a good pass to Mullen. Mullen had a shot blocked from behind. He's going to get it back, though. Tried to put up a shot, a lot of contact, and the Tigers will force a turnover. Is coming up the floor with it is Kobe Sandoval. The Lovington coach not happy with the lack of a foul, but it looked like Herrera got to the spot first, and the Wildcat player just sort of ran out of room and lost the ball out of bounds. 5:28 to go. The Tigers down by 2, have the basketball. And Harlan will bring it into the front court. Marquez left wing, gets a screen from George, trying to work around it. Marquez gets in the lane, kicks it out to the corner. Mullen fires a three, no good. Rebound tip, It's Marquez that gets to it first. The shot is no good. Guetta is going to get the ball back this time, and he's going to get the lay-in. So offensive rebounding for the Tigers here in the second quarter as it progresses, and they got 3 of them there. And it led to a Grayson Guetta bucket. We're tied at 20. Ball into the front court, and losing it out of bounds is Julian Fuentes. And the Tigers will get the ball back. You see Brett George come out. Clavon Spencer, who has 3 fouls, is in the game. That's a lot of trust there from Coach Voigt. As the inbounds goes to Gilbert. And the pressure is backed off by the Wildcats. Here's Gilbert. Gilbert looking to drive. Gilbert loses the handle of the basketball, and that'll go out of bounds. He just was trying to drive, and I think initially he got away with a carry, and then ball got out of his grasp. A little bit of trouble here on the inbounds, but Gonzalez was able to create some separation, then a foul on the Tigers, and that's not a good one because that puts the Wildcats at the line. So it'll be Gonzalez shooting a 1-and-1. You know, you want to obviously create the pressure, but, you know, you foul somebody on the opposite end of the court. Not what you're looking for, but we'll see. Haven't seen either team at the line a whole lot. Tigers shot those 2 free throws to open the game. That's been it. The Wildcats are 3 of 4 at the line. And this is a 1-and-1. And they'll miss, and the rebound tipped, and Wildcats again get the rebound. Both teams not rebounding well on the defensive side, but Wildcats working around with Malachi Gonzalez. He dribbles all the way to the right wing, continues dribble, takes it to the top of the key, and then he'll hand it off. Now top with it in the hands of Tatum Hilliard. Hilliard tries to go inside. Ball is deflected by Harlan Gilbert. He steals it and pushes up the floor. Gilbert finds Clavon Spencer, who can't hit the lay-in, and now the Wildcats with the rebound coming the other way. They get it to Hilliard. It's Fuentes, left wing extended, comes out between the circles in the hands of Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to dribble on Gilbert, almost had the ball deflected away. Hilliard hands it off. This is Brennan White. Now it's Fuentes, and then a timeout called by Lovington with 3:57 to go in the second quarter, and we're tied at 20. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Tiger Basketball.
Join OFCU as they introduce the latest and greatest in banking technology, the ITM. ITMs, or interactive teller machines, are sleek in design and easy to use. Simply drive up and touch the screen to connect you with a live teller who will help you with your daily transactions. Live tellers are available Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday 9 to 1. OFCU's ITM, your taste of the future. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Mescalero girls winners tonight, 54-26. They'll play in the championship game against Fort Sumner, 5 p.m. on Saturday, thanks to David Velasquez on NMOT Sports and up there in Mescalero for providing that score for us. And we'll have full stats and everything up on the Facebook page. We're tied at 20 here with 3:57 to go in the second. The Alamogordo boys here at Lovington. And Lovington with the basketball between the circles with it. It's Gonzalez. This is out of a timeout called by Lovington. Hilliard goes out to the corner in the hands of White. Now back to Gonzalez. Corner 3 from Hilliard is no good. Gonzalez, though, gets the rebound, and he'll get the easy lay-in. Tigers trail 22-20. It's been about a 2-point game. Wildcats, I think, had it out to 8 at one point. But the Tigers trail by 2 here as Harlan Gilbert will bring into the front court. Gives it off to the left corner to Spencer. Spencer tried to bounce pass it inside, and then on the floor, it'll be a traveling violation called on Lovington. Diving for it was Gonzalez, but he slid with the ball in his possession, and the Tigers will keep it on this end. 3:21 to go in the second. Grayson Guetta will inbound at the near sideline. Gets it to Harlan Gilbert, Scott Mullen, Gabriel Marquez, and Clavon Spencer out there for the Tigers. Ball goes to Mullen, top of the key. Scott tried to pass it, almost had it knocked away, but then he tipped it to Guetta. And now it's Gilbert. Harlan picks up his dribble way out between the circles. Then it's Guetta. Guetta, a couple ball fakes, gives it off to Marquez. Marquez drives the lane. He's going to be bumped. I don't believe it's going to be the act of shooting. It'll be just it's the fourth or the fifth team foul. I think it's the fifth. So the Tigers not yet in free throw shooting bonus. We'll see Yvonne Bernal and Adrian Herrera come in. Bernal's with 2 fouls, so he's obviously got to be careful here. Bernal to inbound baseline right. Pass the ball. Gives it off to Herrera. Herrera looks to drive baseline. Gets cut off. Double teamed and trying to find somebody to get it to. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds, though, off of Lovington. And it inbounds on the baseline again for the Tigers. Baseline right on the basket. Bernal tried to get it inside to Spencer. It was almost tipped away. Spencer was able to get the basketball and give it off to Yvonne. Here's Marquez trying to go inside to Guetta. The ball being deflected around, and the Wildcats come away with it, up by 2. Up the floor with it, Gonzalez. He has the ball deflected away. Herrera fighting for it. Hinson able to gather it in, though. Driving baseline, and a good dish to Malachi Gonzalez from Hinson. And the Tigers will be down by 4, and then a whistle on the inbounds. A foul on Lovington, as they'll call the foul on Brennan White, and the Tigers bounds near sideline. Herrera will give it to Bernal. You know, the last time the Tigers were here that it was a close game. I think it went to overtime, if I remember right. Over to the corner with it is Bernal. And then Bernal with a bad pass, thrown away by Gonzalez. Gonzalez all the way to the basket, and he'll lay it up and in. Malachi Gonzalez got 6 points here in the quarter. Tigers looking for the inbound. Get it to Bernal. Bernal able to get past his man and push it up the floor. Bernal dishes to Marquez. Good dish to Spencer, who was patient, let his man go fly by him, and he lays it up and in. Clavon Spencer makes it a 26-22 game. Up the floor to Gonzalez. Gonzalez ended up getting tripped up as he was coming up the floor, but Herrera ended up missing badly on the other end. Then Lovington trying to push up the floor, turns it over. Tigers with it again. Here's Herrera trying to work in the lane, gives it off to Guetta. Guetta fires a 3. That is no good. Rebound is pulled in by Hinson. Or I should say, yes, Hinson. I got to tell you, the officials are being really kind to the Lovington coach. He's been out on the floor a couple of times. He was stomping his feet a second ago because he didn't get a foul call. I'm just amazed that he hasn't picked up a technical foul. There was one point where it looked like he was he kind of reached out and touched the back of a Tiger player. Inbounds goes to Bernal. 1:22 remaining. Out between the circles with it, it's the Tigers. Bernal looking to drive the lane. Bernal, a little bit of contact, goes up, and they're going to call a travel. Inbounds for the Wildcats. They lead 26-22. Coming up the near sideline with it is Fuentes. Fuentes gets into a double team, and they'll call a jump ball, and it'll be Alamogordo basketball. I don't know if one of the officials, I don't think, came over and told Coach Voigt that he was telling him he was on the floor. That's hilarious. Over in the corner with it, it's Spencer. 1 minute remaining. Spencer gives it off to Herrera. Herrera looks to drive baseline all the way to the basket. He's contacted, and they're going to say he got hit on the head as he went up. And Herrera will go to the free throw line for a couple. Adrian Herrera's got 6 in the first half. I have a little bit of a question about, my understanding is you're not supposed to have noisemakers of any kind, and Lovington's got 3 barrels over here that they're pounding on throughout a lot of this game. My understanding is you're not supposed to be able to do anything like that, but Wildcats trying to bring in the front court. Perez with the ball between the circles. Perez will give it off to Brennan White. White to the free throw line. And then dishes it out top. Looking to drive the lane. Kicking it out is Fuentes. In the corner, a 3 on the way is no good. and Harlan Gilbert grabs the rebound and pushes the other direction with it. Gilbert will stop at the right wing. Tigers didn't have numbers, and so they'll set up their offense with 30 seconds to go, down by 2. Clavon Spencer at the right wing. He dribbles, tried to work into the lane, but had the ball knocked away. Up the floor with it comes Fuentes. Fuentes to the free throw line, runs over a Tiger, and they'll call a block on Gabriel Marquez. How is that a block? And it'll be a 1-and-1 under Julian Fuentes. I thought Gabriel was parked in the lane, but I guess they said he didn't have the position, or I don't know. Seemed like he was in the right spot. 1-and-1 free throw is no good. Rebound pulled in by Spencer. Tigers push up the floor with 15 seconds left. Herrera finds Marquez. Marquez to the basket. Layup is good. And a chance at a three-point play. So Marquez quickly out of the pack, off the rebound, and good vision from Adrian Herrera to find his man from the near sideline, cutting from the far sideline, and Marquez is going to make the free throw. Gabe's got 5 here in the first half. 11 seconds left. Perez will push up the floor across midcourt. Perez dishes to his left. It's Jeffrey. Jeffrey at the right wing. Jeffrey have to get rid of it here. 3 on the way from Perez. That one's off the top of the backboard. And the Tigers, who have trailed most of this game, I think they had a 2-0 lead, was their only lead of this game. And they find themselves in front by 1 going to halftime. 27-26, the Tigers lead. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo.
Fall is here and winter is creeping up on us fast. This is Brandon with Desert Sun Toyota, and the prices are falling on all new 2019s in stock. I invite you down to Desert Sun Toyota today. Take advantage of some of the biggest savings of the year, like the new 2019 Camrys with $2,500 cash back, or the new 2019 4Runners with $1,250 cash back, or payments as low as $349 a month. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, come see why Toyota is ranked #1 in retail sales in the U.S. Desert Sun Toyota's Used Car Supercenter is expanding with our new value-priced vehicle lineup, like a 2010 Buick Enclave SUV priced at only $7,400. If you're in the market for a truck, SUV, or car, Desert Sun Toyota has what you're looking for. Our staff is here with experience, knowledge, and the best customer service to make your vehicle purchase the best. Come see why Desert Sun is voted #1 auto dealer in Otero County year after year. Visit us at DesertSunToyota.com or 3333 North White Sands Boulevard.
Vision Ford Lincoln is proud to be a supporter of the Alamogordo Tigers. From the classroom to the playing field, we're behind the youth of our community. Check out our amazing deals right now on the Ford F-150, America's best-selling truck for over 40 years. Or take a test drive in a brand new Ford Mustang. Stop in today and let our friendly sales team help find the right vehicle for your lifestyle and budget. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands Boulevard. Yes, we can. And go Tigers!
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back. The Tigers leading 27-26 at halftime. And, an interesting first half. The three-point shot wasn't there for Lovington as much in the second quarter, but they did a good job of getting more on the inside than they had in that first quarter. But the Tigers' defense, I thought, did some good things. And again, I'm impressed with the Alamogordo's ability to really spread out the scoring. You had foul trouble for Yvonne Bernal and Clavon Spencer. And so you get 8 points from Adrian Herrera, 5 from Gabriel Marquez. We haven't seen Gabe on the offensive end. I mean, he's been, I think, really key for the Tigers defensively, but offensively we haven't seen him do or get as much going this season, and so he really steps up in this game. And then it's spread out after that. 4 points for Yvonne Bernal, 2 for Scott Mullen and Grayson Kaler and Clavon Spencer and Grayson Guetta and Harlan Gilbert. And so in the first half, you end up with 8 guys on the score sheet, and that's, again, I feel like a lot of what you see from this Tiger basketball team this season is that they've got a lot of different guys that can really make a difference out there on the floor. And in a game that, kind of like Lovington, with the pressure or the pace that they were pushing and the pressure that they were putting on, and especially the threes that they were hitting in that first quarter. They hit 4 of them. They've hit 5 for the game so far. Just kind of wondered if they were going to be able to push things away or pull away a little bit, and they were unable to do so. 6 points for Malachi Gonzalez and for Kobe Sandoval. 4 points for Kobe Salcido, and then 3 points each for Julian Fuentes, Isaac Hinson, and Jared Jeffrey for the Wildcats. So I think the big question will be, can the Tigers slow down what Wildcats are doing in terms of shooting the three? Looked like they did in the second quarter, and more than anything, I think Alamogordo's ability to get into some of the passing lanes and tip the ball away has been impressive tonight. So I think good things, and again, for a game that the Wildcats, I think, jumped out to an 8-point lead at one point in the first half. The Tigers would be leading by 1. Good perseverance. I can speak well. I do this for a living. And good perseverance from the Tigers here in the first half. We'll see what kind of adjustments each side makes in half number 2. So we're at halftime again. 27-26 is the final score, with Alamogordo leading Lovington. We'll come right back.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Whether you bath in the bathtub or bath in the sink, soft water's the water your skin wants to drink. See, when you're washing in hard water, skin can dry out more. Soft Culligan water's what your skin's crying out for. A Culligan water softener helps take out the hard stuff, like calcium, magnesium, and other stuff that can make skin rough. Because your skin is important, whether you're a baby or bald. That's why we say get a Culligan water softener installed.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax, installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Join OFCU as they introduce the latest and greatest in banking technology, the ITM. ITMs, or interactive teller machines, are sleek in design and easy to use. Simply drive up and touch the screen to connect you with a live teller who will help you with your daily transactions. Live tellers are available Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday 9 to 1. OFCU's ITM, your taste of the future. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, 27-26 is your score at halftime. Alamogordo leading Lovington. Mescalero girls are winners tonight, and they'll head to the championship of their home tournament. 54-26, they beat Magdalena, and again, we'll hopefully have some stats for you on that. I'm watching a stream of the Cloudcroft girls, and I tell you, Cloudcroft and Animus have the exact same colors. It's kind of a blurry version of it. I believe Cloudcroft is trailing 40-36, but I'm just not sure enough on that. So, and they're late in the fourth quarter. So that game right now, the Tularosa boys probably tipped off a little while ago, so they'll be getting going. If they're not already underway, should be underway any time now. And then the Mescalero boys and the Cloudcroft boys also playing tonight at the Mescalero Classic and the Mountaintop Tournament, respectively. Everybody in the area won yesterday, so they're on the championship side of the bracket. We'll see if Cloudcroft girls can get to their championship game. Mescalero, as we mentioned, already is. the Mescalero boys and Cloudcroft boys trying to do the same along with Tularosa this evening. So we'll let you know what's going on with all that. If not here on the air, we'll do it over on the Facebook page, ESPN Alamogordo, facebook.com/ESPN Alamogordo. You can also check it out on Twitter at Charles Winicky, and we'll have final stats from this game for you up there too. But right now, it's halftime with the Tigers leading 27-26. Also this weekend, Alamogordo Wrestling over at the Las Cruces tournament. They'll be there tomorrow as well. Alamogordo, I think it's the C team today that is playing at the Mountaintop tournament. Not sure what the final was there, but we'll try to let you know on that because the JV was here. And otherwise, not much else. Thule girls are off this weekend. Alamo girls are off this weekend. And Alamo Swimming is not competing this weekend either. So let's go ahead and take one more quick break, and we'll come back second half with Alamogordo leading Lovington 27-26. Stay tuned.
Vision Ford Lincoln is proud to be a supporter of the Alamogordo Tigers. From the classroom to the playing field, we're behind the youth of our community. Check out our amazing deals right now on the Ford F-150, America's best-selling truck for over 40 years. Or take a test drive in a brand new Ford Mustang. Stop in today and let our friendly sales team help find the right vehicle for your lifestyle and budget. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands Boulevard. Yes, we can. And go Tigers!
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, 27-26 the score. Lovington leads. We'll switch sides. Lovington left to right. Alamogordo right to left here in the second half. Lovington with Chris Perez, guarded by Harlan Gilbert. Right wing extended. Gives it off to Kobe Sandoval. Knocked down a couple early threes in this game. We haven't heard much from him since. Ball goes inside. This is Kobe Salcido. Salcido in the post, unable to knock it in, and the Tigers grab the rebound. Gilbert will bring it up the floor. Has it the left wing extended. He yells out a play. Gives it off to Yvonne Bernal. Now it's Grayson Guetta. Guetta gets it out to the corner. Marquez going to fire up a three. No good. That one rattles out. Rebound by Perez. Perez pushes up the floor to the top of the key. Dishes out to the corner. Almost ran into one of the officials there. And now in the hands of Jared Jeffrey. Ball goes out to the right corner. Three on the way from Hinson. That is no good. Rebound is grabbed by the Wildcats. Putback attempt is no good. Bernal will gather, push up the floor, the far sideline to Marquez. Now it's Kaler who ball fakes the baseline, now dribbles back out, and then a bump by Kobe Salcido, and the Tigers draw the first foul of the second half. Salcido, wow, that's his fourth. Tigers have three on Cleavon Spencer, but that's the only foul trouble for the Tigers. That's the big guy for the Wildcats, or at least tall-wise, 6'5" senior. We haven't seen him much tonight. Outside with it, Kaler, ball fakes, now looks to drive, and drives left of the lane, and it will be an offensive foul called on Grayson Kaler. Made the bucket, but fortunately doesn't get the call. First on Kaler, first team foul on the Tigers in the second half. Perez going to push it up the far sideline with Gilbert all the way with him to the left wing. Staying with him, ball almost knocked away. Perez, a lot of dribbling here, top of the key, still has the right wing, now hands it off, and then a very quick three. And well, that one looks unorthodox from Kobe Sandoval, but it goes in. Kind of shot it from the chest. But it works, and the Tigers trail by 2, 29-27. Top of the key with it. Kaler gives it to Marquez. Marquez works it out to Gilbert in the right corner. He'll come all the way to the top of the key. Harlan picks up his dribble, gives it off to Grayson Guetta. Now Grayson Kaler. Kaler trying to work on his way into the post. And a nice little baby hook from about 7-8 feet out, and he ties it up. Kaler with 4. The Tigers tied up at 29. Driving baseline all the way to the basket. Layup attempt just comes off. And then the rebound is knocked away, and it's a battle for it on the floor. They're going to call it a jump ball and Tiger basketball. Inside, Ryan Boland looked like he had a pretty easy chance to just go up with it and brought the ball down and then had it knocked away, and then it was just a wild scramble after that. Bernal to inbounds. Gets it into Gilbert. The Wildcats really pressured early in this game on the inbounds. Haven't seen that as much. It's just been a little bit of token inbounds pressure. Kaler at the left wing now drives. Kaler all the way to the bucket. Lays it in and one. Kaler showing some aggressiveness here early. Did get called for a charge on his first run of the basket, but he posts up on his second opportunity and gets the little baby hook to go. And there are two Wildcat players that are all the way in the front court right now. Kaler makes the free throw, so no big issue. And then we've got a whistle. Inbounds goes to Perez. Now ball in the hands of Jeffrey. Back to Perez. Perez has it knocked away from behind. Herrera tried to get the basketball, and it had it knocked away from him, but he was the last one who touched it as he was trying to run in and grab the basketball, and so the Wildcats will keep it. They trail 32-29. Perez kicks it out to the corner. Baseline jump shot is good from Jared Jeffrey. Jeffrey with 5. Tigers quickly come up the floor the other way. Gilbert pushing in the lane. Gilbert kicks it out to the corner. Kaler into the lane. Kaler drives and finishes again. Great. Floated for 7 straight, and the Tigers with 5:03 in the third lead 34-31. Inbounds at the baseline for Alamogordo. That was never even touched by anybody, so the Tigers will inbound it baseline right of the basket. Gilbert trying to inbound it, and 5 seconds. So the Wildcats force a 5-second call. A sub for Lovington, as they'll bring out Christian Casas and bring Tatum Hilliard into the game. 5:02 to go in the third. Perez trying to dribble out of a double team. Now hands it off. Ball going to be stolen away. Here is Gabriel Marquez low in the post, unable to get a shot to go. Now it's the battle for the rebound. Kaler had another chance at it. A lot of contact, and Coach Voigt saying got to have those when we get the steal as the timeout is called. So it'll be a 30-second timeout on the floor with 4:50 to go in the third. Nope, it's a full timeout. Full timeout now. 34-31 as Lovington calls the timeout. We'll take a break.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not so small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Lovington inbounds, goes to Hinson, and Hinson will push it up the floor with Herrera sticking with him. Gives it off to Perez now. Perez dribbles to the top of the key. Gives it off to Hinson in the right corner. Herrera sticking with him. Good bounce pass by Hinson. Hinson going to be calling on the Tigers as Tatum Hilliard with a runner along the baseline. But nice give and go from the Wildcats. They set up that play out of the timeout well. Adrian Herrera picks up his second. It's the second team foul. 4:35 to go in the third. The Tigers are leading by 3, led by a point at the halftime mark. And the free throw is going to roll in for Tatum Hilliard, his first point of the night. All 7 of Tigers' points have come from Grayson Kaler here in this third quarter. And the second free throw is going to spin out, and the Tigers grab the rebound. Up by 2, and Gilbert Dribbles to the top of the key. Now left wing. Guetta gives it off to Herrera. Herrera at the top of the key gives it to Bernal. Bernal's going to fire a three. That's no good. Rebound pulled in by the Wildcats, and Perez will push up the floor. Perez, long pass all the way to the corner to Hinson. Hinson gets in the lane, had his shot, looked like blocked by Herrera, but I guess he caught him on the arm, didn't get the ball. And it'll be Hinson to the line shooting 2 free throws. Bigger part of that is Herrera picks up his third foul here with 4:11 to go in the third. And the first free throw is no good from Hinson. He'll make the second. So it cuts it down to a 1-point difference. Inbound goes to Gilbert. And the pressure getting turned up a little bit more by the Wildcats. Tigers handle it as well, though. Gilbert races all the way to the front court and just backpedal once he gets to the top of the key and dribbles between the circles with it. Bounce pass goes to Kaler. Right wing extended, hauls the ball over his head, dribbles once, tries to go inside to Bernal, but the ball was deflected away by Jeffrey. And now Perez will bring it all the way to the right wing for the Wildcats. Tried to fake the handoff, now keeps it, gets into the lane, kicks it outside. It's in the hands of Sandoval. Sandoval at the left wing, hands it off Hinson. Hinson to the top of the key to the right wing, running the weave on the outside. And now Sandoval fires another three, and he hits it. He doesn't really even have it in a shooting position, it feels like. And second one that he's made that, again, just looks kind of off, but boy, it works for Hinchman. He's got his team back in front, 36-34. Turnovers in the last couple of possessions for the Tigers is Gilbert, top of the key, gives it off to Bernal. Bernal bumped out top, no foul call. And Bernal picked up his dribble, gives it off to Gilbert. Gilbert looking to drive the lane. Gilbert all the way to the basket. Layup is good and one. So Harlan Gilbert, a chance at a 3-point play for the Tigers. And the sub for Alamogordo as Scott Mullen comes in. And Grayson Guetta will come off the floor. And Harlan Gilbert will go to the line. He's got 4 points now in the game. He'll make the free throw. No, I guess they're not going to. They said it did not count. There was a lane violation. I couldn't see what the official said below. The official that was standing on the baseline. So we're tied at 36 with 2:55 to go. Again, we're sitting here at the baseline. Another three on the way. No good this time for the Wildcats. Then a foul on the rebound. It'll be on the Tigers, and that'll be the fourth on Adrian Herrera. Cleavon Spencer will come in for him. Gabriel Marquez. Actually, I think Marquez is coming in for Herrera. Spencer's coming in for Kaler. So Herrera, who's got 8 points tonight, that is second on the Tigers, has to come out of the game. To the basket, and the layup attempt is good from Caden Hilliard. And the Tigers down by 2, 38-36. 2:40 to go in the third. At the far sideline with it comes Bernal. Bernal gives it to Gilbert. Gilbert ball fakes a couple of ways. Jump stop in the lane, and the layup is good. Gilbert with 6 now. The Tigers tied up again, even at 38. Coming across midcourt, getting harassed is Jeffrey. Now he'll hand it off. This is good Fuentes. Fuentes top of the key. Works around to the right wing and drives all the way. This has got to be a charge, absolutely. Cleavon was just standing there, didn't move a bit. And a charge called on Lovington. 4th team foul. And that is the 4th foul on Julian Fuentes. Inbounds goes to Marquez. Marquez will give it to Bernal. Then back to Gabriel as he's double teamed. Gabriel gets it up ahead to Spencer. Spencer going to reel it in the corner. He does. And then it's going to be knocked away. Pushing up the floor that is Lovington. Losing the handle on is Jeffrey. Gathers it back in. Jeffrey will work it over to the right wing, into the lane, and then a little ball fake by Gonzalez. Gonzalez dishes baseline jumper is up and good from Caden Hilliard. Back to a 2-point lead for Lovington, 40-38, 1:44 to go in the third. Gilbert to the top of the key, little crossover, gets in the lane, And they're going to call a foul. And again, the Lovington coach is all the way out onto the floor here. It is amazing to me that he doesn't get a technical foul. I mean, he is probably, halfway between where the center circles are and the sideline. Good dish on the inbounds from Marquez to Yvonne Bernal. I just think it's hilarious. And then on the inbounds, it's going to be a foul on the Tigers as Gabriel Marquez picks up his third. Malachi Gonzalez lost the handle on the basketball, and then there's going to be a foul on Gabriel Marquez as they were both diving for the basketball, and that's going to be the fourth on Marquez. And Grayson Guetta is going to have to come in. Now, I saw a play earlier in the game that a Lovington player did pretty much the exact same thing, diving for a ball and taking a Tiger player out. That wasn't a foul. That one apparently is. Ball almost stolen away by Harlan Gilbert out at the top of the key. Now dribbling with it is Brennan White. White will hand it off. Gonzalez kicks out to the corner. Ball fake from Fuentes. He picks up his dribble and gives it off to Jeffrey. Jeffrey is then going to be fouled by Bernal. It's going to be a 1-and-1 coming up for the Wildcats. That was the third on Bernal. 59 seconds left to go here in the third. And it's Jeffrey that will go to the free throw line. He misses. Rebound pulled in by Guetta. Guetta gives it off to Gilbert. Gilbert will walk it across the timeline for the Tigers. 1 second left. We're tied at 40. Ball comes to Spencer in the corner. Gives it off to Mullen. Mullen fires corner three. No good. And Gilbert trying to battle for the rebound. It's going to be knocked away from him out of bounds. And they'll stay on this end for the Tigers. So it'll be baseline. Left of the basket here. Inbounds goes to Guetta in the corner. He's quickly double teamed. Gets it out to Mullen. Mullen did a good job of pulling that out between his legs. Tough pass for him to gather in. Now it's Gilbert at the left wing, dribbles. Gilbert looking to penetrate, kicks out to the corner. Ball was deflected. Bernal able to gather, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Yvonne Bernal, and Yvonne's going to pick up his fourth foul. Bring Jeremiah Vigil into the game. The Tigers have Herrera with 4 and Bernal with 4. A couple of guys in the Wildcats have 4, but Bernal in a little bit of foul trouble. Ball deflected away on the other end, and now we've got a jump ball, which will keep it on this side with Lovington. 13 seconds left. We're tied at 40. Baseline inbounds. Out at the free throw line with it. Hilliard dribbling. Hilliard then throws it away. Well, I guess the Tigers deflected it. So inbounds at the near sideline for Lovington. Mullen inbound. And sending it in is Brennan White for Lovington. White will get it into Gonzalez. Gonzalez, bounce pass to the corner. Hilliard fires a three, and he hits it. And that's going to be the last shot of the third quarter. 43-40, Lovington leads. As we go to the fourth quarter, you're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
Fall is here and winter is creeping up on us fast. This is Brandon with Desert Sun Toyota, and the prices are falling on all new 2019s in stock. I invite you down to Desert Sun Toyota today. Take advantage of some of the biggest savings of the year, like the new 2019 Camrys with $2,500 cash back, or the new 2019 4Runners with $1,250 cash back, or payments as low as $349 a month. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, come see why Toyota is ranked #1 in retail sales in the U.S. Desert Sun Toyota's Used Car Supercenter is expanding with our new value-priced vehicle lineup, like a 2010 Buick Enclave SUV priced at only $7,400. If you're in the market for a truck, SUV, or car, Desert Sun Toyota has what you're looking for. Our staff is here with experience, knowledge, and the best customer service to make your vehicle purchase the best. Come see why Desert Sun is voted #1 auto dealer in Otero County year after year. Visit us at DesertSunToyota.com or 3333 North White Sands Boulevard.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. It's the fourth quarter. The Tigers will have the basketball to start. Down by 3. Jeremiah Vigil, Scott Mullen, Harlan Gilbert, Clavon Spencer, and Grayson Guetta on the floor. Tigers, Bernal's got 4 fouls, and Herrera's got 4 fouls, so they'll have to do without those 2 guys. Guetta gets the ball, looking to drive baseline to the basket, and they'll call a foul on Lovington, just the 6th-team foul. We'll see if it's in the act of shooting. It is. So Guetta will get 2 free throws for the Tigers. And the second foul called on Tayton Hilliard. Guetta will miss back rim on the first. Tigers haven't gotten to the free throw line very much in this game. Guetta misses both, and the rebound pulled in by Lovington. Up the floor with it comes Fuentes. Fuentes dishes the ball to Perez. Perez the right wing. Now trying to get in the lane. The ball almost knocked away from White. A 3 on the way. This is no good. Rebound is grabbed by Mullen. And then we're going to be a foul called on Lovington as Hilliard reaches in. And Scott will be shooting a 1-on-1 on the other side. Third foul called on. See if the Tigers can hit some free throws. Try and make this a 1-point game. 7:33 to go, fourth quarter. 43-40, Lovington leads. I think Lovington had an 8-point lead in the first half. The Tigers, I don't think they've had a lead bigger than 2 in this game. And it's just been one of those matchups where it's been close the whole way. And Mullen sees this one rattle out. Coming up the floor with it is Fuentes, almost tripped up. Perez, top of the key, to the right wing. Perez in the lane, loses the handle on the basketball. Gilbert comes away with it. Gilbert had it knocked away, but it goes right to Guetta, and then he'll take it back. Tigers down by 3, 7:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Man-to-man defense, both teams running the same thing all night. Mullen with the ball fake. Mullen then loses the handle on the basketball, and then lost his footing, and the Tigers turn it over. Kaler comes in, and Spencer will check into the bench for the Tigers. So it's Vigil and Guetta, Mullen, Kaler, and Gilbert on the floor for the Tigers. Perez, hassled by Guetta as he brings it across the timeline. Ball goes to the right wing, over to the corner, and then back out top. We're on a weave on the outside. Now over to the right corner with it. It's Henson. Ball goes to White. Out to the corner, 3 on the way, and that one misses. And then a foul on the rebound as Henson came over the top on Vigil, and Tigers are again will be shooting free throws. They've missed 3 straight from the line. And so Vigil, who's a solid free throw shooter for the Tigers, has to shoot 1-and-1. Both teams on 8 team fouls. 3rd on Henson there on that last whistle. And it misses, and just another free throw miss for the Tigers. It's been a strong point for Alamogordo this season. Perez races into the front court. Quick 3 on the way is no good. Tigers grab the rebound, and they'll push the other way with it. Here comes Gilbert. Gilbert racing all the way to the bucket, and he lays it up and in. Really fast to the rim for Harlan Gilbert. He's got 6, and the Tigers trail by 1, 43-42. Coming up the court with it is Hilliard. Now gives it off to Perez between the circles. They clear out the lane, but he'll take it to the right wing, and Kaler almost stepped in front of a pass for Henson. Henson dribbling top of the key, dishes it off. Perez Now 3 on the way from the corner is no good. And Vigil able to grab the rebound, gives it off to Gilbert. Good boxing out there by Vigil. Had a much bigger man behind him, but kept position. Kick out to the corner. Guetta fires a 3. That one rattles out. And the Tigers still trail by 1. Rebound by Lovington. Perez races all the way to the right wing. A little bit of push off Perez. Now a quick 3 on the way. That one rattles out. Rebound grabbed by the Tigers. That was Sandoval. Already had 4 threes in the game. Gilbert needs some help here. Gets it off to Guetta. Guetta will bring it across the timeline, then give it back to Harlan. 5:30 to go in the fourth. Tigers trailing 43-42. Ball goes to Vigil at the right wing. Now Mullen. Mullen inside to Kaler. Kaler, boy, looked like he got fouled when he went up that shot. Did not get the call, and the Wildcats come the other way with it. Came over the top and threw his arm, but that's not a foul. Ball at the right wing. It's Hilliard. Now over to the corner. Give it off to Sandoval. Now Henson. Henson's going to fire up a 3, and that's no good. The Wildcats have gone cold of shooting. Tigers come the other way with it. Across the timeline is Gilbert. Gilbert looking to break down his man. Gets in the lane. He's bumped, fouled. And there's going to be a 1-and-1 or 2 shots. 1-and-1. So they said he was not in the act of shooting. Tigers have not cashed in on these 1-and-1 opportunities. They've missed the front end the last 2 times, and they missed a 2-shot free throw, or 2-shot opportunity a little while ago. They can take the lead if they hit both. But Harlan misses, but the rebound grabbed by Guetta. Guetta trying to work his way inside. His shot goes off the bottom of the backboard, and coming up the floor with it comes Jeffrey. Jeffrey dishes out to the corner with White, and White will slow it up. Tries to go inside to Salcido. Salcido, a little turnaround. Shot is no good. Yeah, Kaler can't buy one over here on this end. It was a foul on Grayson on the other end, but boy, on that last shot attempt by Kaler, he got clobbered. Salcido, who's had most of his time on the bench in this game, is shooting free throws and hits the first. Herrera's going to come in. He's got 4. Haven't seen Bernal yet, who has 4 tonight. Sub for the Wildcats as Malachi Gonzalez comes into the game. And Salcido will shoot another. Shot misses. The Tigers grab the rebound. Herrera pushing up the floor. Herrera gets into the lane. Herrera to the basket, and the layup is good. Left-hand shot up and in on the layup attempt by Adrian Herrera. He's in double figures with 10. Tied at 44. Ball in the corner with Sandoval. The guy, you just can't give a whole lot of room there. Perez now drives the lane. Perez layup attempt. Good rebound, tipped around, and Marquez able to get to it. Marquez quickly up ahead to Herrera. Herrera all the way, lays it up and in. Herrera with 4 quick points, and the Tigers, 46-44, have the lead. Racing into the front court is Lovington, and then a foul going to be called on Mullen as Jared Jeffrey came from the left wing and was driving towards the basket. Mullen with his hands up going, I don't know what I did there. That's the first on Scott. 10th team foul on the Tigers. Both teams are going to be in the double bonus the rest of the way. Wildcats are on 9 team fouls right now. The free throw good from Jeffrey. Well, they added it to the wrong side, though. Well, hopefully they fix that. They put the 1 point on the Tigers side. They did it again. They're going to fix it here, though. Ball coming into the front court is knocked out of bounds by Lovington. It'll stay on this end. So they fixed it. It's 46-46. Herrera, inbounds goes to Marquez. Marquez trying to work his way into the post. A couple of up and under moves, and then had his shot blocked out of bounds. And then Salcido staring him down afterwards. Lucky that he didn't pick up a technical foul. Inbounds, they try to get it to Kaler. It's going to be knocked out of bounds, last off of the Tigers. Now, again, the Tigers don't get the break of a call. Looked like that deflected off of a Lovington hand out, unless it was off of Harlan, who was still standing at the baseline. 3:45 to go. Perez at the top of the key. Will hand it off. Gonzalez, boy, he carried with it, just held it in his arm and then crossed over. Here's Perez driving baseline, loses his hand or loses his footing, and gets it out outside for a three to Sandoval, who knocks it down. 49-46. And then I believe a timeout going to be called by Alamogordo. 3:28 to go in the fourth, and the Tigers trail by 3. We'll take a break. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
When you think of all the things water wets, how clean your water is as important as it gets. A Culligan water system can help filter stuff out. So cleaner Culligan water is what comes out the spout. Into the pots you boil peas in, the teacup you're teasing, the lemonade you homemade when it's homemade lemonade season, the soup you serve guests, the bowls for your pets, and all the other wonderful things water wets. You could give your people Culligan water.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle. Outfitters are champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Join OFCU as they introduce the latest and greatest in banking technology, the ITM. ITMs, or interactive teller machines, are sleek in design and easy to use. Simply drive up and touch the screen to connect you with a live teller who will help you with your daily transactions. Live tellers are available Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday 9 to 1. OFCU's ITM, your taste of the future. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Vision Ford Lincoln is proud to be a supporter of the Alamogordo Tigers. From the classroom to the playing field, we're behind the youth of our community. Check out our amazing deals right now on the Ford F-150, America's best-selling truck for over 40 years. Or take a test drive in a brand new Ford Mustang. Stop in today and let our friendly sales team help find the right vehicle for your lifestyle and budget. Vision Ford Lincoln, 1500 South White Sands Boulevard. Yes, we can. And go Tigers!
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
When we were talking earlier in the show, and I said Lamar Jackson should be the runaway winner when it comes to the MVP race this season, what he's been able to do this season. At what point do people stop questioning Lamar Jackson's ability, or or in your eyes, do you believe people have stopped that?
I think they have. I mean, I think the only questioning is now going to be, and this is probably not right on cue, but whether he can sustain it, whether a guy who runs as much as he can hold up from a physical standpoint, and is this something he can do for 10 years or 15 years, or is he going to have to change the way he plays? But in terms of the performance he's put forth this season, I mean, it's historic. You know, he literally broke
the NFL record for most rushing yards by a quarterback last night. And so this will stand alone what he's done in NFL history. And, oh, by the way, he also has a ton of touchdown passes, too. I believe he's leading the league in that. And so there's really nothing to pick through in terms of the elite and historic level that he's played at. If there's going to be a debate about him moving forward, it's going to be